Breaking news: that sweeping fallout from President Trump's executive order on refugees and immigration. Tonight, there is chaos, confusion, and fear. What does this order do? It temporarily bars all refugees from entry into the U.S. It suspends U.S. visas, and this is all centered around 7 predominantly Muslim countries. The impact immediate. Hundreds of people at airports overseas and at U.S. borders denied entry. Some passengers on the way to new lives here when that order took effect. The protests were swift.
We'll list the countries that are covered under this executive order: Iran, Iraq, Somalia, Syria, Yemen, Libya, and Sudan. Some of those state sponsors of terror, that's why they're on the list.
One, the White House says it's not a Muslim ban, and the evidence on that is that it's not a ban on immigration from all Muslim countries, just those identified as countries that harbor and train terrorists.
It's not a Muslim ban, but we were totally prepared. It's working out very nicely. You see it at the airports, you see it all over. It's working out very nicely, and we're going to have a very, very strict ban, and we're going to have extreme vetting, which we should have had in this country for many years.
And, says the White House, it's only affecting a very tiny number of travelers relative to the total number of people who come into this country every day. So the White House frames it as an inconvenience. You get pulled aside and asked a few questions, and a determination is made. And, says the White House, it makes America safer. So deal with it.
Are you racist?
I am the least racist person that you have ever met. I'm establishing new vetting measures to keep radical Islamic terrorists out of the United States of America. We don't want them here. We want to ensure that we are not admitting into our country the very threats our soldiers are fighting overseas. We only want to admit those into our country who will support our country and love deeply our people.
No major terror attacks have been carried out on U.S. soil by people from any of those countries, those 7 countries. So why is that a national security risk?
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on. They don't want our system and have no sense of reason or respect for human life.
By the way, most Muslims, I know many, are great people, just so you put it on the record.
So let's say, do you think Muslims are a problem?
Well, I think a certain segment are certainly a problem, and unless you want to be so politically correct where you want me to say, oh, absolutely not. I mean, you have ISIS, you have the migration, you have all of this stuff, you have, a lot of people think you're going to end up with World War III.
Lastly, and very importantly, we must immediately suspend immigration from any nation that has been compromised by terrorism until such time as proven vetting mechanisms have been put in place.
We don't want them in our country. Every insult they could. I respect women. I love women. I cherish women.
You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the I can do anything.
Look at my African American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest?
I am going to do very well with the Hispanics.
I don't know what I said. I don't remember. I would build a great wall, and nobody builds walls better than me, believe me.
Let them in! 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 Let them in!